Hello. What's poppin', y'all? Let's get that shut down, shut off, and get a little promoting out of the way. I have not heard from Dieter. Newsweek. White House says Elon Musk having unfortunate episode. Oh man, they're gonna try to gaslight everybody, man. Oh, what a shit show. All day it's been. Oh man, it's gonna be so amusing to watch because there's no fucking good guys in this, like, at all. All right, live now, left coast. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Holy shit, what a day! All right, blah blah blah. All right. Hello, hello. Gosh golly. All right, well, I guess we might as well just like get into it. God, where to even begin, honestly. Maybe we can kind of start from the beginning. We can look at a video or perhaps like let's see. Man, I don't know what it is about today. It's just so much good. Like politically, this is one of the best days of the year by far, honestly, because there hasn't been very many good moments. I mean, there was the Canada election and the Trump effect and whatnot. This is interesting. Posted from Philip DeFranco on YouTube, basically saying, we'll do this. Marjorie Taylor Greene admitting what AOC said right after Republicans passed Trump's big beautiful bill in the House was true. She and so many others signed a bill that they didn't read or fully understand. Her supporters say that they love that she's being transparent here, but are we really supposed to applaud the politicians for being transparent that they were a sheep, just wanted Trump's approval, and didn't do their damn job? Philly D making good points here. Yeah, we talked about this briefly in the show yesterday, and yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene's an idiot. Like, she basically admitted she didn't even fucking read this section. Which, I mean, if it means that she's not going to vote for it, it's great because the margins are so narrow in the House to begin with. The fuck? Hold on. That's weird. Let's see. Okay, let me actually test something real quick. I want to know if oh, good. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. There's just no big fucking here. It's like, which is surprising because this is a big. There's a big news day. Like we got takes coming from everywhere. It's absolutely nuts. Um, where are you, Dieter? Got no word from him. All right. Well, I guess we can just start with this video from Kyle because it all started when Elon Musk finally started taking shots at the Trump White House because of how horrible the big beautiful bill is, which is a big hideous fucking boil. Holy shit. Sorry. This is this is the taste of this. This is a Bud Light seltzer, flavor burst, black cherry, and the taste of it is taking me back to 2020. Because like during the pandemic, seltzers were all the rage. They were all the rage. They were everywhere. Everybody was making them. White Claws were taking off. Bud Light started making some seltzers. Corona did. Belching Beaver. Um, and then eventually you got the Trulies came out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm just being transported. But yeah, he's attacking the bill because a variety of fucking reasons. There wasn't enough like um of the Doge cuts in there. Um, it was being implied that the EV credits or whatever the hell were going to be taken out. Hello, doll. Thank you for joining. Hello, hello. And he's just throwing the fit about it for days now, a couple days, and went on to say this is just going to add to the debt and deficit. We're going to head towards a recession by the end of the year, and just all this shit. Um, let's see. I guess we can just watch the Kyle video because like it's step by step by step the whole the timeline of events that basically started this morning.
A flurry of
We'll go right here. We'll start here, and then we'll watch the follow up because both Secular Talk and the Rational National posted videos about the initial drama before Elon Musk dropped the bombshell of bombshells, which, to be fair, like if you've been following politics, if you know anything about anything, and you know about Epstein and uh, the files and the case surrounding him and shit, you know that Trump's hands are all over anything related to Epstein. Like this has been a gigantic cover up for the longest time now. You look at Dan Bongino. I think he's the deputy head of the FBI, and of course working in cahoots with Kash Patel, and just trying to gaslight everybody. Like, yeah, Epstein actually killed himself. We have video, and just basically lying to everybody when there was never actually any video. They're just trying to bury it at the direction of Trump because Trump ordered the assassination of Epstein. I am 100% convinced of that. So, I guess we'll just right into the video. We'll speed it up a little bit. There's a lot to cover. How has Twitter been, Megan? Has it been just exploding with jokes and memes and hilarious takes on the feud right now? Here we go.
What's up, y'all? Got some more breaking news here for you. It is happening. It's the thing that we've all been waiting for since day one of their bromance.
Yeah, that's and this is the thing I wanted to mention too. It's like this was inevitable. There was going to come a point in time because initial reporting from insiders of the administration of the White House, there were whispers and rumors from the very beginning just how annoyed Trump was with Elon and how much the entire staff did not fucking like Elon Musk. But it's finally here and it's more glorious than I could have ever anticipated.
Elon and Trump, the gloves are off. It is getting worse. It is getting spicier by the day. They're at each other's throats. We got back and forths happening now. So this is like the Super Bowl for left.
Keep in mind, this is before Elon Musk drops the Epstein tweet.
Oh yeah, so Trump made some comments in the Oval Office about Elon, saying basically like, I'm very disappointed in Elon, and claiming that, on the big beautiful bill that Elon has been viciously criticized.
How dare Elon Musk and Donald Trump get me absorbed back into secular talk and Vosh and shit. It's like I've been maintaining my distance. I'll peep a video every now and then because I still have a lot of respect for them. But this has just been quite the day. It's nothing against Kyle. I'm just kind of tired of the hyperbole and the hyper sensationalism and this and that, which is fine. It worked for him. Like he gets hella views. Like it's marketing. But it's like the tagline of the header of my Instagram says, the worst thing I ever did for my mental health was learn about politics. And we all need to protect our mental health. We need to put ourselves first. Anyway, I digress. Let's continue.
Sizing, but not.
Sorry, feeding dog. Oh, take your time. I'm I actually haven't even looked at your Twitter see if you've like reposted anything, but like it's been nuts. Like today has been so wild that I'm kind of debating on like actually like recreating a political Twitter. Maybe I'm still so over that site, but the old spirit of it is still there. Back when I joined in like 2020, especially on a day like today, it's like Christmas.
Directly criticizing Trump, saying that Elon knew everything about this bill, and the only reason he decided to object to it was because of the pulling of the EV subsidies.
Which, by the way, I think that's true. I think that's partly true. There's other reasons too.
I think there's other reasons
but
too.
All of the reasons are tied to him making more money from the government.
Yes.
So this has unleashed a flurry of.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like a gigantic portion of the money that Elon Musk makes comes from federal contracts and subsidies that he gets from the government. Like, here's the thing. The EV credits that Tesla gets are a racket. Because Tesla produces nothing but zero emission cars. And so what does Tesla do with those carbon credits? Tesla sells them to other car companies. So they can report those credits on their yearly reports, their taxes, whatever the fuck, to show that they're compliant with government regulation on, you got to be producing like zero emission cars or be more carbon neutral and shit. Meaning that these car companies are still polluting away or producing cars that, still pollute quite a lot, meaning they're not actually meeting the standards set to by the regulations on car manufacturing and shit because they're just buying the carbon credits that Tesla gets. It's a disgusting. It's disgusting. Matt Bender has talked about that. He would know more about it if you want like more details. But I think there's even a book, or like some sort of fuck. What do you say? Like an article. I forget. Either way, crazy story. Haven't been active. I've been doing things. Yeah. Okay. This is how cap and trade system works. Is more effective than attacks. Right. Right. Let's continue.
Of Elon responses, and I'm not sure what order they came in, but after that, he said, whatever, keep the EV solar incentive cuts in the bill, even though no oil and gas subsidies are touched. Very unfair, but ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. In the entire history of civilization.
That's a great point. It's like, oh, you're gonna come after the EV credits and shit, but not touch oil and gas subsidies. I don't know. Elon Musk is kind of he's kind of 100% correct, but he's got a point.
There's never been legislation that's both big and beautiful. Everyone knows this. Either you get a big and ugly bill or a slim and beautiful bill. So that was one of his responses.
So let me explain this to everybody. The reason why this is a bullshit thing to say is because he's pissed there's not more cuts to Medicaid and Medicare and the social safety net in the bill. That's his beef. Because he supports all the tax cuts for the rich, of course.
Yes.
But what he's saying is you need to make this bill worse. And if you don't make
me agreeing with Elon immediately, guys, no, you misunderstand me. You dreadfully misunderstand me. The point that Elon made about Trump going after carbon credits and like the EV credits that Tesla gets and shit like that, and you know the money that Tesla gets from the government, going after that, but not going after oil and gas subsidies. He has a point. It's like, yeah, fucking whatever. Like you make zero emission cars, you get credits, whatever. We subsidize oil and gas. They're like oil and gas powered cars and shit. They've been getting like massive subsidies from the government for the longest time. It's how they've stayed afloat. It's an incestuous relationship. I agree with Elon that like if you want to cut government waste, go after them too, like 100 fucking percent. Either way, like I'm actually like we'll get more into it, like on who I guess side with, because like I mean spoiler, I side with neither one of them, but I want to see them both. I want to see just how much damage they do to one another when this is all said and done. The more fucking shit flung at one another, the more tearing each other down that happens. I am all motherfucking for it. Anyway, continuing.
Make it worse. I'm going to crusade against it. It's very similar to the Rand Paul criticism. All the pro-clutching about the debt and the deficit. They don't want to attack that by raising taxes on the wealthy. They want to attack that by cutting Medicaid and Medicare and other programs more.
Yes. Yeah. So that happened. But then the real nuclear bomb that Elon dropped is this one.
Hit me.
He said, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House. Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. And they replied to that and said, such ingratitude. So he's saying, I'm the reason that you are even in that seat. You need to show some gratitude to me.
Insane corruption.
It's like, dude, I spent $250 million on your campaign, and this is how you're treating me. It's like, yeah, I mean, you just wasted $250 million, then, dude. No, you just agree with one quote rather Swazi. I said, I should have figured. I should have figured. How much was Twitter? He spent $40 billion on it. If that's the question that you're asking, I think or almost I think 42 billion. Some crazy number. He overpaid for Twitter. But no, I mean, here's the thing, and don't get me wrong either. Both Elon Musk in this little spat between one another, they both make great points. Like they're both right about certain things about one another is the thing. It's just like, but they're still both idiotic pieces of shit. So that's what makes this even like it's just a fucking crazy thing. It's maddening. Let's continue.
Funding your
insane
campaign.
corruption. He's
Wow,
playing with
right?
fire, though, bro. He is playing with fire right
Oh, yeah.
now. Trump is the president of the United States of America. I know that you funded his campaign. He's not wrong that he got him in there, or was one of the main reasons why he got in there. But you're watching this motherfucker disappear American citizens, blow off court rulings, no due process. Okay, can I say it? I really hope Trump decides, oh, you're going that low? Every fucking subsidy, I'm gonna audit all your businesses. Every single one of them. If I find a fucking penny misplaced, you're going to prison. You're never getting another fucking subsidy again, not even close. Oh, you know what I decided? Actually, I do want to keep a division of the EPA open. I don't know why you were the EPA, but bear with me. Let's regulate Elon's companies and see what's going on. Look, we have a branch of the CFPB still working.
And now it's to the point where Steve Bannon is calling for the exact same thing, and for Elon Musk to be deported. Like, how fucking glorious would that be? And also, to piggyback on what Kyle is saying there, I posted on Blue Sky this. Trump cutting off all of Elon Musk's federal subsidies and contracts, which are worth around a total of $38 billion, would be the greatest thing that he has ever done. Obviously, I'm like, this is exaggerating, but like, it would probably certainly be the greatest thing he's done so far this term, you know. Because, God, this entire term has just been nothing but bad news. It's just been nothing but pain. All right, back to Coil.
We look through Elon's companies and see what's going on. He can bring hell down on you, you dumb, bloated, ketamine, high-ass motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could go in. He committed so many crimes
During Doge
that Trump could go in and be like, I'm going to clean this up, and I'm so disappointed, and he betrayed me.
Can you
We're
believe
going to hold him accountable.
Can you believe he cut pediatric cancer research? Do you believe that? These are precious little babies, and they have cancer. He doesn't want to help them. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could totally wash his hands of the whole Doge project, and yeah, prosecute Elon.
Now, this is like a little bit of hopium, because it's like, I forget who I think I was watching the Leftist Mafia, which is Rational National, Humanist Report, Surf Times, and Matt Bender, as well as Rebecca Azoa, I think her name is. And they were saying how, I'm pretty sure it was them. It might have been Vosh, because I watched a bunch of shit today, or at the very least listened to it. They were saying how, well, Elon came in here with Doge, and Doge did all these cuts, here and there, and just basically gutted the administrative state, the public sector, and shit. What if, Trump reverses course on that, or like, to even like twist the knife on Elon Musk even further, just completely undoes what Doge has done. Because Elon Musk was going after the agencies that had been investigating his companies. Like, that's inarguable, Of course, there's a few other details. It's a whole convoluted thing, so some details I'm leaving out, but there's so many working parts right now. Like, things are still happening. Let's stop lollygagging.
The crimes that he committed, that would be incredible.
So it's kind of weird, right? Because on the issue of the bill, I know Elon is right for the wrong reasons about the bill. Like, he's trying to kill the bill. I'm with Elon that the bill should get killed. And by the way, in the long run now, I actually don't think the bill is going to get passed. Certainly not as it's made, because they just don't have the support anymore in the Senate, or even if it gets back to the House.
Yeah.
But on the broader picture, so I'm with Elon on the micro picture of kill the bill. But on the broader picture, I am totally on Trump's side. Because the Democrats, like, even if the Democrats get back in power, we want them to prosecute Elon Musk. We want them to bring down the law on his head. They're not going to do it. You got Democrats now, like Will Connor, who I love, but on this, he's just dead wrong. He came out and said, like, we should be, like, reaching out to Elon and trying to bring him back into the fold. Like, I don't want this fucking...
Yes, and I actually shared that on my Instagram as well. This fucking pathetic fucking story from Politico. I shared this last night in the stream too. Musk might not be genuine. Democrats just still take him back. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? This guy has killed hundreds of thousands of jobs in the public sector so far. He's made like countless people's lives a living hell with his Doge bullshit. Why? He's a fucking Nazi. Did you forget like what he fucking did like the like day one of like Trump's term? Just God, Democrats are fucking so goddamn pathetic, dude. All right.
Criminal billionaires are the problem with this country, and he's a fucking criminal, and he committed 1,000 crimes with Doge, like we just talked about. I want him in prison, bro. I want him in prison. And so,
yeah,
I think that with Trump,
our best chance of him
with
being in prison is Trump.
Is Trump being like, you know what? I've had enough of this sniveling little weasel.
Totally.
What's the matter, Elon? You didn't take the right drug mix today? What's the problem? Little too much ketamine, fella?
Obviously, there's no one to actually cheer for. There are outcomes to cheer for. There's
right.
no person to cheer for in all of this. But this is going to be like to watch this go back and forth, because Elon is like he does put all his chips in. Like he is a massive risk taker. So he's quite foolishly and quite recklessly going, all in against the king. And I think Trump is good. I mean, it's going to be vicious between the two of these guys.
Think about it, Crystal. I think Trump has really held back to this point. He really has.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the $288 million that Elon Musk gave him. As we speculated, it was Elon and his buddies who set up Trump's scam crypto coin that made him billions of dollars. There are real deep financial incentives and backroom deals, illegal deals that they made. And so to this point, even with what Trump said here, he was still being nice relative to Trump's standards. Because he was like, oh, he hasn't gone after me personally, and that's nice, but he's being quite unfair to the bill. That's tame for Donald Trump.
No, for real. And Trump literally, like, is so hands-off with those who donate to him, those who help prop him up, give him deals, or bribe him, basically. So, of course, he wasn't going to go after Elon. But now, it's all exploding in a fiery fashion, and we're not even close to all the juicy shit yet.
Remember back before he knew Elon, and he had that amazing banger tweet where he ripped Elon to shreds? And he was like, here's the guy whose ships always explode, coming down on bended knee, asking for more money. I said, no, not for me. I could have told him to kiss my feet. He would have kissed my feet.
Well, here's the thing. So, first of all, Elon does control an important part of the Trump 2.0 coalition. I mean, all these, like, tech billionaire dudes, they're there by and large because of Elon. J.D. Vance is on the ticket, really because of those tech dudes and Elon and whatever. Like, that's the whole reason he's there. So that alliance has been really important. I don't know if it's the reason he won the election. I mean, I think he'd have a stronger case if he had won more narrowly, than he did. But
maybe he won because Elon rigged it.
Oh,
maybe that's his ace up this sleeve.
Imagine.
I'll tell everybody what I did.
Imagine. Oh my god. But anyway.
Now, what if Elon actually does come out and say hey, I actually rigged the election for Trump? What if that's actually what happened? What if, the guy, I forget the guy's name, the guy who said, oh yeah, Kamala Harris would have won, she would have won Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and this and that, but the election watchers and a whole bunch of other shit, some sort of methodology he had. What if all that actually came out as true, and Elon Musk basically admits yeah, Trump is only in there because I made it happen? Now, I mean, that'd be hella funny. So all the Democrats thinking, oh yeah, I mean, we're all about protecting democracy and shit. Think twice about fucking trying to refurbish this guy and welcome him to the party with open arms, just to spite the Republicans. It's not a good reason to have him back. Welcome him to the Democrats. God, spineless.
So they are actually an important part of the coalition. And so he benefits in that way. The other thing he tremendously benefited from was the fact that you had Elon hanging out there as a basically unlimited checkbook to threaten, to punish anyone who stepped down a line in the Republican Party. And that was an incredible force. And then the other piece is obviously Elon controls Twitter. So this,
He's going to make me the most prominent voice on Twitter now because I shit on Trump.
This communications platform that now has become truly the nerve center of the Republican messaging and propaganda machine. It really is Twitter at this point. Elon controls that. So you've got a lot. I mean, Trump obviously has the upper hand in this dispute. Like you said, he's the president of the United States. He can send Elon to prison. He can pull the plug on all this stuff. Like all that stuff is true. But Elon can also do some damage here, which is why Trump had held back to this point.
You know,
I'm
like,
like,
the other
like
thing
ADHD brain.
is, like, Elon's position now relative to where he was like 2 years ago is so night and day different.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time when he had over 60% approval rating in this country.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's got a lower approval rating than Joe Biden. He's got like a 30% approval rating, something preposterous.
Way lower than Trump.
Yeah, of course. And his businesses are cooked. Tesla's cooked.
And
SpaceX just had 3 ships in a row blow up.
Well, SpaceX is, wholly dependent, effectively, on the largesse of the federal government.
Exactly right.
So,
exactly right.
And a lot of the tariff policy has centered around like coercing other countries to adopt Starlink.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's gonna be gone when
Right.
Starlink's part of SpaceX. And so, yeah, if you are losing all of your federal government contracts, and part of what
Right.
Elon was pissed about too was a couple things. He's pissed about these EV subsidies. He's pissed about them pulling his NASA administrator that he wanted.
That's right. That's
who
the
was
other
tied
thing.
in with SpaceX. And then
Trump pulled that guy and Elon was pissed about it.
Yes,
It was
exactly.
an Elon lackey to be the head of NASA. Trump pulled him. Elon's pissed.
yeah, so those were
Elon Musk really does have just multiple reasons to be pissed. He thinks like because of this all ties back to fucking Citizens United. He was pissed that the money that he dumped into this political campaign, into Trump, isn't panning out how he wanted, and now he's getting all pissy. And there's so much more to it. I mean, there's the leaks to the New York Times about Elon Musk's rampant drug habits. That's a whole other thing we'll get into a little bit here too, but it's just ugly right now.
two of the major things that Elon was already pissed about. And so that's what helped to lead to this fallout. But the other one is all the money that was being given and all the prominence being given to Sam Altman and OpenAI.
That's right.
There was a big fallout in the Middle East. Elon, when he tried to sink that deal, and that was part of the big breakup, was he wants to be at the forefront of the AI race, and the Trump administration has been partnering actually more with Sam Altman. But but I don't know how much data he was able to suck out of the federal government to feed his own AI system to give him something, some potential of winning that AI race as well.
I'm sure he got everybody's data. I have no doubt that Elon got everybody's data. But Trump,
steal our close allies too.
Trump, I need you to do this. I need you to investigate Elon. Literally every single penny that Doge cut is wildly illegal. Congress has the power of the purse. Congress passes something, the president signs it. That's the money they can spend. That's the end of the conversation. You had the world's richest man go in on the back end and just delete whatever programs he wanted to delete on a fucking whim. Every penny of that is incredibly illegal. Don't take my word for it. All the courts are already saying that. You have to go after him.
Yeah, it wasn't even nearly like close to like $1 trillion in cuts that he even said it was going to be in the first place. Like even $60 billion, which is like what I guess like most people are saying was like the more accurate number. Even that's being like, questioned. Like really that much? Doge was entirely a fucking scam from the beginning to get into these federal agencies and just fucking take as much data, as much sensitive information as you can, and then where's it going to go? Palantir? Where's it going to go? Russia? There's a report that fucking there was an attempt from a Russian source to get into one of the agencies or something like that, and that was after Doge had infiltrated it. I forget who reported on that story. We'll probably look into it if you guys like, but that was just like a blip in the news cycle, and it was gone because there was so much shit happening at the time. It's just been fucking insane. Oh my god!
Bring this man down. Show him you never mess with the big guy. Come on, I need to see this.
I mean,
it would be hilarious if Trump oh, you're going to bring up this and that. I'm going to bring the fucking hammer down on you, dude. Like, if only, dude.
Even if Trump didn't want to investigate Doge, there were already so many investigations that were open into Elon's companies, like
and that's part of why he did Doge. Kill all those agencies.
Exactly right. Department of Labor, EPA. There was so much there already. You got plenty to work with. You can do whatever you want. You can pick any one of them.
All of his vaporware. He's like Theranos. He's like the woman who did Theranos.
Yeah, Doge is probably the most target-rich environment, though, in terms of potential actual criminal charges.
But Trump is also implicated in that, though, so we might stay away from that.
Maybe, but he could say, I had no idea this was going on.
And he would get away with it because he's Trump. I guess he had to do
it.
Pick any one of them.
Basically what I was saying. Let me run that back real quick.
All those agencies.
Exactly right. Department of Labor, EPA. There was so much there already. You got plenty to work with. You can do whatever you want. You can pick any one of them.
All of his vaporware. He's like Theranos. He's like the woman who did Theranos.
Yeah, Doge is probably the most target-rich environment, though, in terms of potential actual criminal charges.
But Trump is also implicated in that, though, so we might stay away from that.
Maybe, but he could say, I had no idea this was going on.
And he would get away with it because he's Trump. I guess he had to do it.
Yeah. And I
Right.
do think it's true that Trump didn't really know all the details of what was going
Well,
on there, so he just
there was
has
reporting to
plausible
that effect.
deniability. Yeah.
That all of Trump's cabinet heads would be like, "You did what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I run this cabinet. You didn't even fucking run this shit by me." So Elon was stepping
Yeah.
on toes. So look,
Yeah, no, because when all of it was going down, Trump was actually like quite fucking hands off with it. You know, he just let Elon Musk run rampant. Didn't know what he was doing. Would kind of dodge questions from the media and shit.
his ego's too big and he's too much of a narcissist. And normally when I say that, I'm talking about Trump. In this case, I'm talking about Elon. That you don't know the fire that you're playing with. Because even if Elon came out and said, like, I stole the election for Trump, Trump would just be like, no, he didn't. Look at the wild lies he's telling. He belongs in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump always finds a way to wiggle out or whatever the fuck it is. And Elon never wiggles out because he's so unlikable.
Right. Well, and I mean, Elon going for the jugular with "I am the reason you won." You
Oh.
would have lost with that. Like, there is nothing
Trump is seething.
more aggressive that you could say, more inflammatory or escalatory than you could say to Trump.
Little did Crystal Ball know, not even hours later,
Than those words.
I wonder what he's gonna do now. I really wonder what he's gonna do now. I'm excited.
fucking now we have this. All right. I mean, everybody knows what happened already, but let's get to the breakdown.
All right, y'all, we're back with our second breaking news video on this. This is incredible. This is incredible. What is happening, bro? What is happening? It's all coming to fruition. It's all coming to a head right now. This is incredible. So we just recorded a breaking news video about how Elon Musk and Trump are not only going at it now, but the stakes are raised. It got super spicy. It got super personal. You have Elon pretending it's about the big beautiful bill, and he calls it the big ugly bill. He's saying that, oh, it adds so much to the deficit that this is unacceptable, and that's why I'm crusading against it. The reality is he's crusading against it because he was supposed to get some goodies in that bill with EV credits. Trump pulled the EV credits, so Elon was pissed about that. Trump also pulled Elon's lackey pick for the head of NASA. Trump pulled that guy as well. That pissed off Elon. So basically what this led to is a total fallout. So you have Elon Musk out there going after Trump now pretty aggressively. Trump was asked about it in the White House today. He responded. He said, maybe Elon has Trump derangement syndrome. Maybe he had Trump derangement syndrome. He's going a little crazy. Elon's going crazy. And so, you know, we just covered the early part of the back and forth.
I cannot help. Like, let's be real about something real quick. Trump is funny as fuck. Trump is absolutely unintentionally hilarious at like most points, like any moment. You know, like of course, like what he stands for is fucking terrifying. He's an idiot. He's fucking stupid, and his ideas are stupid. But he is just so unintentionally funny at nearly all times. Like it's charming, and that's always something I've actually liked about Trump. But like then you have Elon Musk, who is like a ball of hideous anti-charisma, who is literally like never ever fucking funny. You know, like sure he shares some memes here and there that are funny, but like it's just a night and day difference. But then again, they're both egomaniacs, and so when they're both like in such gigantic positions of power, it's a Jenga tower. It's going to come crumbling down, and like this is far from over too. I wouldn't be surprised if we get even more just deadly shots fired the next few days.
Forth in our breaking news video in the car, but now I have an incredible update for you, y'all. Oh my God, this is great. So what I'm about to share with you, the thing Trump says is true, okay? Keep that in mind. But then Elon's response is also true, and it's all glorious. So Trump says, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. Then he says, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. So the reason why that's so devastating is this is him basically, you know, threatening mafia style, like, hey, it'd be a shame if I cut off all of the federal money you get, isn't it? Wouldn't that be a shame? Wouldn't that be a shame if the $8 million a day in tax money you get, if that went away? If the $38 billion you got in total from the government, if that went away? If you never get another penny of federal tax money again? Wouldn't that be a shame?
And like, honestly, like Trump really does have the upper hand here. Like, this is the best card that he can play. Because, you know, because Elon's out there, like, and Kyle's about to mention it, like, as everybody knows, Elon revealed, oh, Trump, he's in the Epstein files, and that's why that shit's not getting released. And like Trump's like best recourse because of that at this point is to like yoink, strip all subsidies and federal contracts away. And then again, it's just like it's chess at this point, because it's like, well, if Trump does that, it kind of proves Elon's point, because it's just like, how dare you insinuate that, even though it's fucking true. There's no reason to doubt at all at this point that Trump was very like Trump's in the Epstein files, like all over it. And okay, well, Kyle.
That's his way of being like, if you don't shut the fuck up immediately, you're donezo, son. You're done. You're never going to see another subsidy ever again in your life, you bitch. That's what Trump is saying there. Now, I love that. Elon should not be getting $8 million a day in tax money. He should have never got $38 billion.
Bingo.
I mean, this is a guy, the last 3 starships exploded. Okay?
Yeah.
The last 3 starships exploded. He's a perpetual liar. He's been lying about self-driving vehicles for damn near a decade now. He's the king of scams. The number of times he's done vaporware, I literally have lost fucking count of the number of times he's done vaporware. Anything he's done that has worked has nothing to do with him. He's a branding master. He's a marketing master. He's not, the engineer who gave us Starlink, right? He's not the engineer who gave us the Teslas that everybody used to like, that now they despise because Elon is basically aligned with Nazis, and so they lost their liberal base that used to buy those cars, right?
Yeah.
So if Trump actually follows through on cutting off all of Elon's government...
And just as a quick reminder, like, Elon, for the longest time, has just taken credit for what other people have done.
Money, that is fucking awesome. He deserves it. Elon deserves it. In fact, that's the least that he deserves. What he actually deserves is to have all of his companies investigated. He deserves to be in prison for the various crimes he's committed, including the illegal and unconstitutional Doge cuts, which went after stuff like pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels and flight safety officials and nuclear safety officials and the Department of Education and every single fucking thing you can think of that they destroyed, again, totally illegally. So we get that from Trump. Banger. Banger. Do it. Do it, Don. Cut off all of his money immediately. Do it. Show him you don't mess with the big guy. Do it. All right, but I got one more for you. So then Elon, this is after Trump says that. Here's what Elon says. Time to drop the really big truth bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. Oh.
Boom.
Oh.
Boom. Oh,
so as I said, Trump is right.
I lost my fucking mind when I saw that. That was the first thing I saw on Instagram when I pulled it up. I was just like, oh, it's getting fucking serious now. It's getting nuts. And then I fucking, like, immediately, that Instagram post, I sent it to Megan here, who I hope is still in chat. And I start digging. Like, okay, time to go onto Twitter and unblock Elon and see what he's been on a tangent about. What's this tirade? And of course, like, I knew, like he, for the past like week or so, there's been news that he's distancing himself from the fucking administration. And of course, like, there's all the reporting, the leaks to the media and whatnot about like his perpetual, like, insane drug habits, like the amount of drugs he fucking does and takes on a daily basis. And the fact that he pisses himself, he has bladder problems, he has kidney problems because of all the goddamn ketamine he does. And just the further verification and validation that no one fucking likes him. And he was just like insufferable every day in the administration and shit. And now all this is just like, yeah, Elon has every fucking right to be pissed. And it's... I hope he gets fucking destroyed. I hope as much, like, between Trump and Elon, I hope the maximum amount of damage is inflicted upon one another.
To say, maybe I'll cut off all the money you get. That's the easiest way to save money. I'll cut off all your money. I love that. I hope he does it. But on this point, Elon's 100% correct. I mean, this is literally just factually correct. But here's the thing. Oh, it took you until now? You were snuggling up to the Epstein buddy. But it took you until now, when you have a different disagreement, to finally admit, oh, would you look at that? It turns out he was best friends for a decade with the CEO of Elite Pedo Sex Crimes Incorporated. It took you all the way until... So in other words, yet again, guys, this is total validation that the left is right, and we've always been right. We've always been right. Just like Elon came out and said, Donald Trump wouldn't have won the election without me. The Democrats would have the House, the Democrats would have the Senate, the Democrats would have the White House. Elon came out and said that. That's factually correct. But that is him admitting the criticism from the left that billionaires and democracy can't coexist, that is true.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, it's so perfect. It's so brilliant. Check this out, because like everybody picked up on that fucking like exact fact. Everybody like okay, like just for a couple examples, let me actually show you here. Right here. Yeah, from Jay Aubrey. You willingly gave a known Epstein associate $270 million to win the election. Yeah, the next one from fucking Anthony Fantano. You knowingly worked with an Epstein perv. She's like, Elon Musk is only revealing that now because it's convenient for him. It wasn't a problem before because he was fucking making money, and now that these contracts and these subsidies are in jeopardy, all of a sudden doesn't matter that much. Fuck.
So yet again, the left is correct. Billionaires and democracy can't coexist. He's bragging about the corruption of buying an election. Well, here he is saying, I was just best friends with Epstein's buddy and working with him day in, day out. What an amazing admission. So yet again, we were correct. By the way, we were like one of only a handful of people who were willing to talk about the truth in regards to Trump and Epstein. Everybody on the right who pretended to be obsessed with that issue, they would shove their head in the sand. Immediately, Donald Trump's name would come up. Well, guess what? We have Jeffrey Epstein on literal audio tape saying, I was best friends with Trump for a decade. And he knew the intimate, detailed internal workings of Trump's first administration.
A lot of people forget this. Like when it was revealed, I think it was Bob something, the guy who wrote a book on Trump near the end of his first term, Bob Woodward. I think it was his journalism that ended up producing these recordings, these findings, these reports of how intimately involved with Trump's first term in the Trump White House Jeffrey Epstein was, especially early on. He shared videos everyone has seen. He's just mad. Yeah, right. He knows his power makes his word worth more. I mean, they both do. Like they're both like making power plays right now. They know that like people who like their followers will buy into what they say about one another. But like if you and at the same time, it's like even though they're both like saying factual things about one another, and it's just this petty fucking and fighting like back like these spats between each other back and forth. You look at all their responses on be it Truth Social or Twitter, like all of that is just like stop fighting. You guys are better than this. We're supposed to. It's like come on. Like yeah, everyone knows has no public evidence. We got autists on board. Yeah, you. That's absolutely yes, correct. Yeah. Because of algos, Elon has more power right now. Algos, like the algorithm. Is that what you mean? Because I mean, you're right. Like, yeah. Hey, Thunderbird, thanks for joining. Good to see you. It's about between fascism and apartheid. Honestly, it's between a Nazi and a pedophile. Good luck figuring out who is who, though. Algorithms, yes, yeah, I figured. Then again, like you also have to consider the fact that Trump is the president and can inflict more pain on Elon than I think a lot of people will actually, understand. We'll see how filthy it gets. It's definitely not over. Let's finish this out.
Had secrets nobody else had. He had a line into that first, and I was just best friends with Epstein's buddy and working with him day in, day out.
Thanks for joining.
What an amazing admission. So yet again, we were correct. By the way, we were like one of only a handful of people who were willing to talk about the truth in regards to Trump and Epstein. Everybody on the right who pretended to be obsessed with that issue, they would shove their head in the sand. Immediately, Donald Trump's name would come up. Well, guess what? We have Jeffrey Epstein on literal audio tape saying, I was best friends with Trump for a decade. And he knew the intimate, detailed internal workings of Trump's first administration. He had secrets nobody else had. He had a line into that first administration
Woodward,
that nobody else had.
I think that's
so he's best friends with him for a decade. He knows all these internal secrets. Gee, that's kind of weird, isn't it? That's kind of suspect, isn't it? We also learned the first time Trump and Melania had sex, it was on Jeffrey Epstein's pedo plane. Yes, it was on the Lolita Express. Yep. The first time Trump and Melania had sex. We also learned that Trump is a fucking scoundrel, and he would like to blackmail his friends into letting him fuck their wives. He would cuck his best friends and use blackmail to get them to that point.
This is
what we know.
In the Bob Woodward report. Bob Woodward, Epstein, Trump, first term. Let's see here. Bob, fear Trump of the White House. Extended interviews White House staff. That's not it. No. What was the most? Was it the Trump tapes? No, that was a few years ago. Inside story of Trump's first term. It's on tape. God, I'll have to look more into it, but it came out before the election, before the fucking election, that everything that Kyle just said, how intimately involved Epstein was in the first Trump term and at the White House during the early months, like for like a year or so, if I remember correctly, and this all came out before the election, and the Democrats, they could have fucking used it. They could have harped away on it, and they could have used it to their fucking advantage, but they're goddamn fucking cowards, because a lot of the insiders, a lot of the Democratic Party insiders are very likely involved with the fucking Lolita Express, like Pedo Crimes Incorporated, Jeffrey Epstein as a person in general, and as well as maybe a whole bunch of fucking media elites as well who run cover for the Democratic Party all the goddamn fucking time. Bob Woodward, Kyle didn't say explicitly in this video. Bob Woodward has done great work. He reported on a lot of the Trump first term. Okay. I know. Okay, Epstein recordings, Trump White House, Jeffrey Epstein tapes. Yeah, from fucking early November 1st, The Guardian. Jeffrey Epstein details close relationship with Trump in newly released tapes. Journalist Michael Wolff, recordings from 2017, talking for some 100 hours about the ex-president. Of course, this was from before he was Trump was reelected. But fuck you, ad. Michael Wolff is the guy who reported on all this, and he was the journalist. From his book for the first time. Okay, you're right. So yeah, the book, the Bob Woodward book that came out in 2022. According to, I guess there was some articles that I was looking at while I was initially searching for it. Do detail that relationship, but now like I was specifically referring to the audio recordings, and that's a little bit of what Kyle mentioned as well, because like there's even more that was revealed by those audio recordings that were released by Michael Wolff. First time things has went up, but Clinton was kind of like so either the release. Let me actually look real quick. Bob Woodward Trump book. I think he put out 2 books. Fear, Trump in the White House, which was released. Okay, the first one was Rage. Here, let me actually share the screen for you, Megan. Right here. Rage. Bob Woodward. It was published September 15th, 2020. But the first one was Fear, Trump in the White House, which was released September 11th, 2018. And yeah, it says followed by Rage. But yeah, this was the first book. And yeah, that's what Kyle was referring to. And then Peril, I guess he put out another one too. Interesting. First time at Epstein plane sounds like bullshit. I can't find anything on it. Oh, him and Melania. That might be like a little detail in the book. Trump and Melania first time sex Epstein plane. Overview not available for this search. From Times of India headline: Epstein claimed Trump cuckolded his best friends, slept. Okay, there. Okay, if you look for Times of India, Megan, there is an article. Yeah, and this is from the audio recordings where Epstein admits. Let me share the screen for you. Epstein claimed Trump cuckolded his best friend, slept with Melania first on the Lolita Express. In the recordings, Epstein called Trump charming and always fun, but alleged he was a serial cheat in his marriages, loved to fuck the wives of his best friends. He had many friends, but at heart, he was a friendless man, he said. God damn, dude. He also alleged that Trump had a scalp reduction surgery for baldness. God, fucking absolutely wild. Yeah. I guess Michael Wolff, the guy who released all these like audio recordings and whatnot, he actually interviewed Epstein. Article date November 10th, 2024. Hello. Jesus fuck. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Trump also silenced the woman who tried to sue him in 2016 for rape when she was 13 years old. Yep. I remember. That. Looked at this book and checking the video claims what we know. I see nothing even in searching physics. Yeah, so yeah, it was the audio recordings. His friend slept with her first. But no. He slept with her for the first time on the Lolita Express, which is Epstein's plane, which by the way is the current Air Force One. Well, actually, it's an Epstein plane, but if it was like the Lolita Express, the same plane, which I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it has like a sentimental value to Trump. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually still the case. God, fucking absolutely insane. All right. Not much longer this Kyle video, and then we'll move on to other things. But what a fucking day, guys!
Oh, never mind the fucking shit. I lost count. Do yourself a favor. Ask Grok or ask fucking ChatGPT.
But specifically, Megan, he would sleep with his friends' wives. Friends, I'm using the term loosely. But those Michael Wolff recordings, I'm sure would be very interesting to go through, or at least highlights, because keep in mind there's hundreds of hours of recordings, and this is everything that's come out about them is just based on the reporting of the content within them.
How many sexual allegations are there against Donald Trump? I think it's in the 30s. 30 plus different allegations.
Yeah.
Okay, who are we kidding? The guy, the New York real estate billionaire with fucking mafia connections, who there's video of him hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein at Mar-a-Lago, dancing together, pointing at young girls, going, "She's hot, isn't she hot? I think she's hot." Of course he's on the fucking Epstein list. Of course it's been so obvious for so long, but all the right-wingers who pretend to be obsessed with this issue refuse to see it and refuse to be honest and refuse to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Well, now Elon Musk is finally telling the truth.
And they're still like kind of in the dark about it too. Like they're coping so fucking hard. They're overdosing on copium on fucking Twitter right now. Like, oh my god, this shit. Let me show you guys this. Are you guys ready for this? This is so fucking pathetic. Look at this. All right. Here, where are we at? Where are you at? Right here. Dinesh fucking D'Souza, one of the dumbest fucking right wingers in America. He says, "Is this some sort of perverse scheme to force the release of the Epstein files? How great it would be to have a horde of bad guys publicly exposed. Then Trump and Elon break out the champagne. Elon says, 'Told you I could get Democrats to scream for that list.' Laughter." And it's just like, genuinely, what fucking world are these fucking morons living in, dude? That is cope on like it's there's so many flavors of cope right now. Honestly, it's crazy. The claim he was cucked and his friend slept with her sounds like previously before together on the Epstein plane. No, the claim was that he would cuck his friends. The headline says he would cuck his friends by sleeping with their wives, and that he slept with Melania first, like for the first time, on the Epstein plane. You remind because my description is basically quote conservative. What's a conservative wet dream? What were you referring to there? But yeah. Dinesh D'Souza is a fucking idiot. I mean, that should be obvious to anybody who's followed politics this long. Here we go, right here.
At a fucking mighty convenient time, might I add, right? Like, you should have been saying this from day one. You should refuse to fucking work with him.
Let's see here.
He had a line into that first administration that nobody else had. So he's best friends with him for a decade. He knows all these internal secrets. Gee, that's kind of weird, isn't it? That's kind of suspect, isn't it? We also learned the first time Trump and Melania had sex, it was on Jeffrey Epstein's pedo plane. Yes, it was on the Lolita Express, the first time Trump and Melania had sex. We also learned that Trump is a fucking scoundrel, and he would like to blackmail his friends into letting him fuck their wives. He would cuck his best friends and use blackmail to get...
Yeah, it'd be like that fucking nefarious. So it wasn't just like, you know, multiple kinks circuit, like everybody had like the cuckold kink. It was blackmail. and you think that shit's that like didn't happen during his first term? Maybe it's still maybe it's happening right now during his second term. Like
get them to that point. This is what we know. Never mind the fucking shit. I
wasn't paying enough attention. It's all right. I forgive. You're forgiven. No tallies on the whiteboard for now.
Count. Do yourself a favor. Ask Grok or ask fucking ChatGPT. How many sexual allegations are there against Donald Trump? I think it's in the 30s. 30 plus different allegations. Okay, who are we kidding? The guy...
Okay, don't listen to Kyle. Don't ask AI. Don't talk to AI. Don't use AI for anything. Don't... although I will say, Grok is kind of cool. I will make an exception for Grok because out of all the AI chatbots and this and that, Grok has been the funniest because of just like it's programmed to like tell the truth and shit. And it's actually been useful in that regard. In the fact that like it's really like it's breaking reality to conservatives. Like, hey, like no, these claims, this rhetoric, these narratives, they're all full. They're all bullshit, and here's why. So in that regard, go Grok, go.
The New York real estate billionaire with fucking mafia connections, who there's video of him hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein at Mar-a-Lago, dancing together, pointing at young girls, going, "She's hot, isn't she hot? I think she's hot." Of course he's on the fucking Epstein list. Of course it's been so obvious for so long, but all the right-wingers who pretend to be obsessed with this issue refuse to see it and refuse to be honest and refuse to tell the truth. Yeah. Well, now Elon Musk is finally telling the truth. At a fucking mighty convenient time, might I add, right? Like, you should have been saying this from day one. You should refuse to fucking work with him. But the other fact of the matter is, there's a picture of Elon Musk with Ghislaine Maxwell. You think he doesn't have some shady-ass connections too? Not Trump was...
Yeah, like, if you just missed it, like there's a famous picture of Musk standing side by side with Ghislaine Maxwell. Hello.
So buddy with Diddy, who's on trial right now, but so is Elon Musk.
Hold on,
you can throw on skeletons
hold on.
Okay, telling the truth. at a fucking mighty convenient time, might I add, right? Like, you should have been saying this from day one. You should refuse to fucking work with him. But the other fact of the matter is, there's a picture of Elon Musk with Ghislaine Maxwell. You think he doesn't have some shady ass connections too? Not Trump was also buddy with Diddy, who's on trial right now. But so is Elon Musk. Okay, you think there aren't skeletons in his fucking closet? Of course there are. Horrible.
And now there's like there's suspicions floating around that Trump might pardon Diddy, which would be fucking awful because Diddy is almost as bad, if not as bad, as Epstein. Like, Diddy's a fucking monster. If you know anything about the case, his history, Jaguar Wright. I don't know if you guys have seen her videos, like what I forget the channel is. It's like Hip Hop Stories or something like that. She spills so much fucking tea, and you have very little reason to doubt her tales, her fucking stories, and what she's witnessed and what she's experienced down there in fucking Hollywood.
Skeletons in his closet. And by the way, I think the reason why we're getting all these banger tweets today and this awesome fight today, I guarantee you that in the 20 drug cocktail that Elon Musk takes on a daily basis, he took way more uppers today than downers. I guess he was low on ketamine, and so he upped the Adderall. And then this was the result. If you get the wrong mix of shrooms and ecstasy and Adderall and ketamine, which, by the way, I'm not kidding, he literally does these things every day, according to reporting that just came out from the New York Times. If you take the wrong mix of that, you could be in a shitty-ass mood and have way too much energy. And here we are, Elon Musk, torching everything in sight. No. His businesses are cooked, son. He was reliant on government money, and now hopefully that government money's going away. I hope Trump follows through with that. I really do. And by the way, Democrats, don't you dare fucking welcome this guy back onto the Democratic side. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it.
Please, for the love of fucking God. I posted this on Instagram. We'll finish the video out here in just a second, but I do need to address this. If there is any fucking modicum of hope left in the Democrats actually doing something, I posted this. It's just expressing my thoughts into the ether, which is like the internet in a nutshell. But I say, any Democrat with a semblance of dignity and foresight should be salivating over this moment and seize the opportunity to bolster themselves as a leader and shine a spotlight on what are clearly major fractures of the conservative right. They need to be demonstrating how divided the Republicans are, showcasing the infighting, the lack of professionalism, the pettiness, the sniping, the catfighting, all while they're decimating the economy and our democratic institutions. And this would almost guarantee a sweep of the 2026 midterms. And this isn't to say that Democrats haven't been pointing out how bad at governing the Republicans are, but it can be framed in such a way where they can really hammer away at the feeling that most people in the country, if not all of the world, have. And that is, aren't you tired of all of this chaos? And just like Kyle said, and it shouldn't need to be said, but Democrats, I swear for the love of sanity, do not under any circumstances rehabilitate Elon Musk's reputation and image. Mic drop. All right, Kyle, take us home.
Criminal, and he belongs in prison for all the lies. 300,000 people are already dead because of the USAID cuts. No more malaria medication, HIV medication, AIDS medication. When all said and done, it's going to be over 5 million people who are killed directly because of his illegal actions. The cuts to pediatric cancer research, like I already told you about, the cuts to Meals on Wheels. This guy belongs in prison. And don't you dare welcome him back. But you can certainly use his stories. You can certainly cheer on the blood sports that we're watching right now.
Yeah.
So banger from Trump, cut off that money.
Utilize Elon Musk for, what does he have to say about the White House? What's going on there? Tell us more about Stephen Miller. How much power does he have? How much of a role does he play in the administration? Most people think it's a lot more than it's a major role. He's probably calling a lot more shots than people actually give him credit for. He's an evil, racist motherfucker. Stephen Miller, there's not enough pain in the world for that guy. The shit that he said, the shit that he believes, one of the worst. Worst of the worst.
I love it. You should do that today. You should do it as soon as possible. But also, low-key, banger from Elon, he's 100% correct. The reason that they didn't drop the Epstein files, you remember this whole thing? They invited like all these right-wing influencers to the White House and they gave them these binders and it said the Epstein files on it, and then they opened it and started sharing it, but everybody got pissed off. Why? Because the Epstein files that they were pretending to release were actually a decade old. It was the black book that Gawker had released. And the Trump regime just grabbed that, put it in a binder, gave it to these right-wing assholes to spread, but they also further redacted it. So it wasn't even the full, like, we had learned more from the Gawker.
Yeah, it was like, I remember when it came out again, it was just pages upon pages of black bars.
Leaks, and they redacted a bunch of it in the fake Epstein leaks. Why do you think Trump did that? Why do you think fucking Dan Bongino and Cash Patel are out there like, bro, Epstein? I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. He actually killed himself. There's video of it and stuff. There's video of it. Well, where has it been all this time? Weird that the same week that we just figured out that AI video looks as real video, that's the week that you tell me, oh yeah, we have video of Epstein killing himself. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Trump is...
Yeah, I wouldn't... Okay, so here's the fucking thing. I predict in the near future, there will be a video produced by the White House, by the FBI maybe even, of a video of Epstein before he killed himself, or maybe a video of him actually killing himself, and it will be 100% AI generated. Because the technology, it's pretty much there. You could probably get away with it if the prompt allows it. You know, if you guys have seen, Google's new video making fucking AI technology and shit right now, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, because this is like the biggest, the big fear when it comes to AI in the future and whatnot is people not being able to tell what is real and what is not. And I would not be surprised if this fucking administration weaponizes that so that their narrative is the narrative. So they can do away with any opposing views because what they say is law, what they say is the truth. Whoops. Here we go.
Definitely on the Epstein list. We have Epstein on audio tape saying I was best friends with him for a decade. And everybody on the right buried their head in the sand and acted like that didn't happen. They pretended that the tape doesn't exist. And by the way, nobody on the Democratic side even brought up those tapes the week before the fucking election when you could have gone ham on that, bro. It's like they were trying to lose.
Thank you for being here, by the way.
The second breaking news video on the same topic. Within like a 2 or 3 hour time frame. I hope I don't have to come back and give you more. Actually, wrong. I do hope I have to come back and give you more because I hope they keep escalating and escalating and escalating. I know Trump's got a banger up his sleeve. He's going to tell the most embarrassing ass story about Elon Musk. It is going to be glorious. I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, and then there's that too. It's just like, just how much, because like it's just like it's a giant fucking war right now. Because I wouldn't doubt, like Elon Musk probably knows a lot about the inner workings of the Trump White House, but also Trump probably has a shitload of embarrassing stories. So like all they have to do, all the White House has to do, is just put out more and more shit over time on just the embarrassing behavior of Elon Musk. Thunderbird. Conservatives have never been able to distinguish between reality and the make-believe. I mean, that's true, and that's just going to get even worse as AI improves more and more and more over time. But my God, dude. All right. So, gonna end off with something a little fun. If you guys don't know, I don't really use Twitter. I mean, I lost my stateless picture Twitter, but you can find me on Blue Sky and Instagram. I've been a little busy on Instagram today because holy shit, what a crazy day it's been, obviously. Check this shit out. All right, there's obviously the really big bomb, as Elon Musk says. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. And below that, he replied to himself, Save the mark down this tweet. The truth will eventually be revealed, and this and that, something like that. From Merrick, Elon Musk having a public meltdown where he admits he purchased the election and Trump is a pedophile idiot. Oh, it's Christmas and my birthday. I share these sentiments. This is gonna be the best they've ever had in this app, and it shows here. Yeah, Martha's post for the future. The truth will come out. Elon Musk admitting the Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. And of course, him fucking Elon resharing a video of 1992 Trump partying with Epstein, which everybody has fucking seen. But and and then I probably like shared this earlier. Yeah, like giving a known Epstein associate a bunch of money to win the election. And here's the thing about Elon Musk too. Like there are no good guys here. There are no good guys. Elon Musk is just like Trump. They're both gigantic babies that want all the credit, all the glory for all the good, great, glorious, fantastic things that they do. And so Musk is also like Trump in the way that he doesn't like the current system because it doesn't allow them to get away with fucking a whole bunch of shit. So I say here, my Boost guy, not sure if I've missed any of his remarks on it, but it's worth pointing out that Elon Musk this whole time could have pointed out and still could point out that tariffs are under the jurisdiction of the legislative and not the executive because he, just like Trump, doesn't actually believe in proceduralism or democratic institutions which are in place to keep power of the president and elected representatives in check to begin with. So he would rather have like executive power over shit like tariffs. So he's not attacking tariffs from this angle, which he should be doing because it is up to Congress. Hello, Nathan Sexplosion. You're a fan of Kyle Kalinske. He's great. Kyle Kalinske is the reason I didn't become a conservative in 2017, 2018. Discovered him mid 2018, and he turned me into a progressive. You know, I was like kind of a centrist who didn't really give a shit about Trump and wanted to give him a chance. But that slowly degraded, especially as 2018 went on. And I owe a lot to Kyle Kalinske. Don't watch him as much these days. He's a bit too hyperbolic and a little sensationalist, but he's still brilliant. I think he's still very smart, and he puts out good content. Thunderbird, Musk admitted that Trump would not have won election without him, but he did not reveal that it was because of Starlink. Really? So is Starlink actually the reason why? I would like to know more about that. I would like more information on that. Valid. Oh, Kalinske of all people. That's why. Yes. If it wasn't for secular talk, not to mention like back then I was still like watching The Amazing Atheists and a lot of like the skeptic community. Chris Reagan, Armored Skeptic, regrettably Sargon of Akkad. People like Undoomed, who's fucking awful. But Kyle Kalinske, like, he names his videos titles that are clickbaity enough to where it's like I want to know about this. I want to know more about this, and turns out his content's actually great. But yeah, he's what turned me away from, you know, Trump. Like, oh, this guy's full of shit. Republicans are stupid. Like these guys are all fucking neocons and they're not doing good shit for the country. Have you been following the Election Truth Alliance? I have not, but I mean, if it hasn't broken through a lot of progressive media, I doubt there's much validity to the claims being made by them. I've seen some claims here and there about, you know, fucking votes being thrown out, like voter suppression, especially. I think that's more of an argument that maybe has some weight behind it. when it comes to explaining away how Trump managed to fucking win this time, but yeah, I'm skeptical about election truthers from the left, I guess you could say. Let's see. Yeah, and here's another thing too. Given Elon's, bombshell, quote unquote, I say here, watch every major news outlet not cover Trump's ties to Epstein, despite Elon's bombshell as usual. And this is the thing. Like, if you've watched like the coverage, because I've seen some clips here and there of right wing media trying to cover this shit, like Fox, they're helplessly fucking neutral right now. I think all of MAGA is. They don't know who to root for because they see them like as a dynamic duo doing good for the country and shit. Whereas they're both fucking they're gutting it for the goddamn inside out. And so Musk brings up the Epstein shit. And the media doesn't want to draw attention to that. They haven't wanted to draw attention to that. That's why they won't cover it. That's why fucking Democrats, even though like it's right there for the weaponizing, won't hound away at it when Trump is like directly fucking tied to it and has been. So it makes sense that the media, which of course is in cahoots with the Democratic Party as well as the Republican Party and shit, are just completely hands off when it comes to anything related to Epstein. It's like, oh, this is too conspiratorial and shit. It's just like, fuck you. Stop fucking gaslighting us. They are nonpartisan professional statisticians. I mean, I'm open. I'm open to seeing what the claims are. I mean, Starlink infiltrating like polling stations and whatnot, and like changing votes or rendering votes invalid. I would have to see some extraordinary evidence to entertain such claims. Let's see. Next, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Alex Jones, reacting to Elon Musk, revealing that Trump is in the Epstein files and that's why they haven't been made public. And he says, God help us all. Yo, sorry, bro. Had dinner with a dying old man. It's all right, dude. Hey, like I totally get it. I figured that was the case, but it's been a good show regardless. We've had a steady audience. We'll reconvene next week. I understand. We have a bunch of guests lined up for anybody watching. Obviously, you guys should be subscribed to both of us, me and the Big Business, my brilliant co-host. We do got some guests lined up for the left coasts. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys are subscribed and all that good. But God, what a day. Fuck yeah, we do. Yep. Alex Jones saying, God help us all. That is saying something about all this shit. Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing. Like I even say right here, Alex Jones has gotten so comfortable in recent years. I mean, like he's gotten less insane and outlandish, and it's because like his ass is being saved by Elon Musk and fucking the guys running Palantir and shit. So he's not going to fucking criticize who's buttering his bread, let alone Trump. RIP to either take that time so worth it. Yes. Speaking from experience, yes, 100%. 100%. Either also adding top shelf guests coming to Left Coast Live next Monday and Wednesday at 7 Pacific, and the Monday and Wednesday after that. Bingo, bongo, bada bing. All right, a few more fun things, and then we'll call it a night. Let's see. There was Elon Musk responding to Laura Loomer, saying, "Oh, and some food for thought." As they ponder this question, Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I will be around for another 40 plus years. And it's just like, not with your current drug habits, my guy. Like, there's no way. Like he's so smug. He's also like, there's a cruelty here, but he's also like, he has every right to be pissed, like I said. And also, who gives a fuck? It's Trump. But with the drug cocktails that Elon Musk is consistently taking, 40 years is a little especially, isn't he like fucking 52? He's 53 years old. He's fucking 53 years old. Look at this. Like, how do you know? You got like another maybe fucking 20 years at best, bro. But I appreciate the attitude. Yeah, I think that's it. There was one thing. I have a friend who one kidney, and he's got he only wait. Are you saying he only has one kidney? Is that what you're saying? Bro, he's rich as fuck. Well, I mean, yeah, he can just like, if he needs a new heart, he'll probably like, or new liver, new kidneys. Yeah, I didn't consider that. He's the fucking richest man in the world. So like, maybe he does got another 40 plus years. Oh fuck. Not to end on like a more like grim note, but I do have something to say about this. From the wellness therapist. This was sent to me by my friend Rachel, who has a very personal bone to pick with Elon Musk, given she was about to enter the field of veteran care and working with the VA and shit, and Doge and whatnot just basically stripped of um, all of that away. And she sent me this. Oh wait, I didn't say I have a friend. Well, okay, well, this is supposed to be me. Where'd you get that? No. I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about Elon Musk. I thought you were saying that he had one kidney. I was like curious about that. And then like I figured like, I mean, he's fucking hella rich. He can just replace any organs that give him trouble for the foreseeable future. So anyway, from the wellness therapist, this was kind of, I guess, kind of disturbing to me, because Ian Miles Chung is just a gigantic grifter, bankrolled by Peter Thiel, if I remember correctly. And he says, President versus Elon, who wins? My money's on Elon. Trump should be impeached, and JD Vance should replace him. Elon Musk retweeted him saying, yes. Now, a VA friend who definitely has never been hyperbolic before. I know you don't like her. I know you don't like her, but you know, there have been things where she has been hyperbolic. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you there. But she is come from a unique perspective that I value. You know, I at least entertain her input. And I do find it rather informative sometimes. It just depends. But wellness therapist says this is the part where Peter Thiel and Elon Musk decide to take Trump out and tech oligarchs take over. If you think those guys aren't playing the long game and aren't going to get what they paid for, you have not been paying attention. Yeah, and so I say there are no good guys here. No one cares what Strong says anymore. I agree. The guy's so fucking washed, dude. He's so washed. I don't even know who it is. I just know the last story used on the pod ended up being BS. Which story is that? From yesterday, or was it this one, or um because here's my take on that particularly. Let's see here. God damn it. Here we go. So when it comes to the wellness therapists, um, I think they have a point. You know, if you know anything about Peter Thiel, if you know about the long game, and eventually wanting to replace the dollar with Bitcoin as a reserve currency for the world, and just doing away with democracy in general. Um, Basically, I because I even wrote it down here. When it comes to Elon Musk, I really do think it is a lot more of a self-serving thing because the things that he has been lashing out at Trump against the past couple of days are things that would actually really help his and Peter Thiel's agendas, albeit in an accelerationist sense. Plus, I just don't really think that Elon Musk is that smart, especially if he's so drugged up out of his mind all the time. Uh, you, you're not going to be seeing anything straight, including your long-term goals or lack thereof. Not to mention, Elon's just a giant baby like Trump is. He just wants attention and credit for all the good, great, glorious things he's done and whatever. Don't dislike your VA friend. I know I'm exaggerating a bit. I'm exaggerating. Saying last time we were about this person that they were complaining about no job and still got the job. Well, it was the uncertainty that was the issue, and the fact that people were like giving severance packages, and there was no guarantee that there was going to be a job. Um, your friend is the wellness therapist. No, 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 no. It's an account that she follows that I also follow, and she sent the post to me. The wellness therapist is not my friend. Um, but yeah, that's basically the extent of it. So like it is conspiratorial thinking. I think there is something to it. Like the Palantir thing, I still think is cause for concern. There's still light reporting, but it's definitely something I see as a potential for utilization by this authoritarian regime in the future. What did you send me? Let me see if I can actually. Let me send this to my Instagram and I'll put it up here on the. I'll put it on the show. What the meme that you just sent me, Megan. Here. My news feed. Trump and Musk divorce, and yeah, not Palantir surveillance database. So, hey, you know what? I mean, maybe this is all just a ruse. Maybe this is just all a distraction from the Palantir story breaking, and they don't want anybody talking about Palantir that much just yet. Um, was a Kolinsky meme. He shares some great memes. I really appreciate him. He basically anything that he posts on Twitter, I see on Blue Sky. He basically just like posts everything from there on his Blue Sky account. Palantir, a military contractor, is a security risk. I didn't say a security risk, but um, I, I mean that was never my criticism. I don't think that's most people's criticism either. Is the fact that like they're going to be utilized to track banking like bank account numbers, your social security, your social media history, and your activity, your medical history, and but even be used for blackmail as well. There's a bunch to it. I don't want to get too much into it. It's still like alleged. It's still up in the air. There's still like reporting and blah 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 blah. So I won't get too tied down into the what ifs, so to speak. All right, we're at an hour and a half here. I got 13 stops today. Work has been kicking my ass, but I swear, like I'm probably going to lose more weight this month than the entire 15 months I've had a gym membership so far. Um, but work has been great. Work has been really good. It's been interesting. Been very active. So I got to get up as early as I can so that way I can get off in time to go to my second job. Make it to that shift. Oh, that shit. That means I gotta pack, change in uniforms and whatnot. So everybody, if you're still here, I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here, and thanks for tuning in. All that good shit. Here at the Left Coast, we would like to remind you that you don't get change in America by asking nicely. And be sure to be subscribed, hit the like button, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a live stream, which is what I mostly do on this channel now. I did just upload a short yesterday that came from our most recent stream. Of me watching Dieter's video. It's called Zombie Jews. And it's just like a really, really fucking funny moment. Really fucking hilarious. So check that out. We'll see you Monday. We got some great guests lined up and more info is to come. You all have a beautiful night and a safe weekend. And thank you all once again. Take it easy.